What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, Joseph Parker versus Del Boy Derrick Chisora. It was a good fight. Um, they were banging. They were trying to get each other out of there. And I'm gonna break this down quickly. Derrick Chisora, saying Derrick Chisora. That's the Derrick Chisora you always going to get coming forward, trying to get you out of there. That's what he does. That's all he knows. That's his style. There's going to be nothing different. He's not going to work off the jab, hook to the body, be tricky, like you understand what I mean, and try to be crafty and outthink you. And nope, he just come to try to get you out. Bottom line, that's why he called himself Derrick War Chisora. All right. Joseph Parker. What I saw different in this fight was he was more aggressive. I can see where it's times he looked tired, but he was still able to push even though he was tired. And basically he was trying to get, Derrick Chisora out of there. The 3 knockdowns, people, this man ain't human. No, he is human. All right. Let's not say stupid things like that. And it's stupid because a tough human being is a tough human being, okay? Simple. And basically, it was a good fight. But let's just get to the point and be real, okay? For Joseph Parker, okay, they're talking about him versus Joe Joyce next. Okay, cool. Could be a good fight. Okay. For Del Boy, this is his 11th or 10th, 11th or 12th loss. Okay, it's up to him when he decides to walk away. But to be perfectly honest with you, he's taking so much punishment that if he doesn't end up brain damage, he'll be fortunate. One of the fortunate ones, because the type of fights that he's been in, he gets hit a lot. He's been called the gatekeeper for the longest. He is that guy, the measuring stick of the heavyweight division. Okay, let's see how you do against Derrick Chisora once you get a name in the heavyweight division. It's no secret that that's what they use Derrick Chisora to do. Okay, but let's not fool ourselves. We can sit here and say Derrick Chisora is always in great fights. He's always in exciting fights. But Derrick Chisora loses to every top elite fighter. I don't care how good he may look in a fight, how close he came to winning, he always falls short. How many more times are you going to put this guy in here with someone and have him get his brains beaten like that, man? With the 3 knockdowns, look, he showed heart. He's a fighter. He's supposed to. Okay? Every fighter doesn't, and it's disappointing because this is what the fuck people pay their hard-earned money for, to see guys go in there and box, fight, whatever, but guys going in there scared of punishment to the point where they don't even fight back. They'll just give up. Pretend they're hurt and go down from a shot and take the 10 count, okay, or whatever. But at the end of the day, Derrick Chisora showed heart. He always shows heart. There's times when Joseph Parker had him and he was about to, he was all but out, and then all of a sudden he starts firing back, winging shots back. That's what the fuck you're supposed to do. And I hope that out of all these fighters watching, I hope one man in particular was taking note. Okay? Anthony Joshua. That is what you do when you get hit. You don't stand there and just cover up and just stand there, and then once you weather the storm, just move away, and then okay, what am I supposed to be doing now? You got to learn to put that together, man. But you got to get that heart back, man. Because I will say this: Derrick Chisora is a journeyman. That's what he is now. Okay, let's be real. Like I said, he has heart. He has that grit and determination. That's what keeps him in it. I don't care how many different trainers he go through. You're gonna keep getting the same Derrick Chisora. But that's what you do. And let me say, I did notice too with Joseph Parker. There was several times where I seen he doesn't, his punch selection is repetitive. And he's not that really crafty know how to really put shots together. Either he's just quick enough to catch you, or you run into something. But as far as him putting the shots together and just being able to be consistent and keep it going, if he learns to do that, he'll be more dangerous. Because several times I caught him in there like he doesn't know what to do. It's like he okay, just do a flurry. Okay, I just caught it with a nice 2-piece. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing now? Same shit that Anthony Joshua does often. He stands there like he doesn't know what the fuck he wants to do, and then okay, but that kind of heart. When I saw the fight, I remember thinking, damn, AJ, if you had that kind of heart, bro. That kind of heart right there. The old AJ gets rocked. He gets his bearings back together. He tries to get you out of there. This AJ is more like I just said. I'll cover up. I'll weather the storm. Okay, cool. But guess what? He doesn't come back with anything. Just, against Pulev, he did his thing. He fought against Usyk. He didn't do that. So even if you want to fight on the back foot, which I don't feel like you need to fight Usyk on the back foot, but if you want to fight on the back foot, you better have something coming back. Give your opponent something to worry about. And AJ hits too goddamn hard, too goddamn strong to be out there pit-patting like he was doing against Usyk. So when I'm watching this fight, I'm sitting there going, damn, man. Yeah. And this is what AJ doesn't seem to understand. That's like that heart. I think mentally it's in him. I don't think, like I said, like he's I'm scared to fight this guy. No, it's just once he gets in there, he's trying to be so careful that nothing that he's supposed to be doing comes off the right way once he gets frustrated. And that right there, Derrick Chisora showed you guys, this is how you fight back. That dude was swinging for the fences, man. He was like, nah, I'm not going to stand here and fold up and just wait. Hope you get tired and just no, I'm going to fight back. That's what he did. For Derrick Chisora, no matter how many action-packed fights he's in and all that, you guys need to understand though, this man's health. If people that's talking all this, boxers, they need to do more for the boxers and this and that, but yeah, you keep screaming and wanting to see another fight with this like Derrick Chisora. He just falls short against the elite fighters. Look at how many rematches he's had. He's lost every fight. You can't sit here and have 11, 12 losses on your record. Like I said, I don't care how many fights you look good in. Like, yo, he brought the fight though. He was no. And that 114 and 112, that scorecard was garbage. That fight was not that close. Stop it. That was crap. He held his own. He stood his grounds. He got rocked several times, and he came back swinging every time. Holding on to the ropes to stay up and everything. Like he was in there like, nah, I'm here to fight. And like I said, and he did what he had to do. And hopefully for Derrick Chisora, man, he just walk away. He's saying he loved the fight and all that, but I mean, to be honest, man, listen, when you're not the top guy, when you in the position he's in, the money you getting, I mean, if it's up to him. It's up to him. I just don't feel like none of it's worth your health. Derrick Chisora is too easy to hit. He gets hit with too many clean power shots, man. And at the end of the day, you can still see that, yeah, he's a journeyman, man. He's a guy that has heart and determination and grit, and that's what keeps him in the fight, like I said earlier. But Derrick Chisora is going to fall short pretty much every time he's already done it. So who is he going to beat? What elite guy is he going to beat? What is it going to do for him anyway? I mean, personally, I feel like he needed like that fight should hopefully just be his last one, man. I mean, that's up to him what he does, man. But I mean, when I see guys getting hit like that, it's like there's no need to let these guys continue to keep doing the same thing. Because, like I said, the same people sitting here talking about, yo, Derrick Chisora versus this guy and this guy next, because you think it's going to be an action-packed fight. You the same people that's going to be sitting there talking about, damn, my condolences to Derrick Chisora. The second we find out and hear that his speech is slurred and his brain is scrambled up and all whatever, enough is enough, man. Like, but, Joseph Parker did what he had to do, salute both men. for coming there and bringing a fight and giving a great fight. It was a good fight. It's a good fight, you know, and it was an action-packed fight. But at the end of the day, man, like, how does Joseph Parker? To me, I didn't really see too much difference in Joseph Parker. I just, he was just more aggressive in his fight. Like I said, still times he's like he didn't know what he really wanted to do or what he should be doing, and his conditioning seemed a bit better, and he just came in heavier. But I didn't really see anything technically different with Joseph Parker. Um, Him versus Joe Joyce. I mean, he's going to need to be in great condition to fight Joe Joyce because that's his strong point. There's that pressure constantly coming in, constantly bringing that weight behind that jab and just constantly coming and can take a punch. So he's going to need all of that. And pretty much, if that's the next fight, I'll be looking forward to that. And like I said again, AJ, that is what you do, man. That's what you do. You fight back. You ain't got to be sloppy and wild and desperate, but you got to fight back, man. All this, weather the storm and then, just, okay, now let me just throw one jab here, a jab right hand, and then just predictable same shots over and over. That right there, hopefully that fight lit a fire under his ass to make him wake up and say, yo, I see what I got to do. I need to get back to being that old me and get that heart back because the old AJ would have been swinging back. But anyway, and let me clear something up too, because I've seen several videos where people are saying that I saw the interview and they're saying that AJ was saying he needed 3 more rounds, and he would have won. The misconception is he's not saying. I saw the whole interview. AJ is not saying if it was a 15-round fight, I would have won. First off, if it was a 15-round fight, we don't know that he would have won those 3 rounds. He doesn't know that. What he was saying is if I would have won 3 more rounds in the same fight that I was in, I would have won. Now, I know some people had this fight score 7-5, 7 rounds to 5 and 8 rounds to 4 for in favor of Usyk. But like he said, if he would have won 3 more rounds, okay, if he would have won 3 more rounds in that same fight, he wasn't saying, oh, if I had 3 more rounds, like I said, if it was a 15-round fight, I would have won. That's not what he was saying. I mean, because people was just going off and feeding off of that, and they took that whole thing out of context. That's not what he was saying. And I watched it, and if you listen to everything he was saying connected to that, you'd hear he's not saying if it was a 15-round fight. That is not what he was saying. But anyhow, like I said, it was a good fight, and hopefully that sparked something in AJ. But yeah, good fight, and hopefully Derrick Chisora is okay physically, whether he fights or stops. But I personally think that he need to just walk away from boxing, man, because I mean, to keep, when you look in the history books, for one, you can say, yeah, he was a tough guy, but he fell short every time, and just all these losses. Nobody really cares. In the long run, you realize the things that you jumping up, cheering, and screaming for now means a whole lot less to you the older you get and things go on and life goes on with or without you. And you hear a lot of fighters say, if I know then what I know now, I would have did things different. And, like he said, he just loved to fight. But if you're not in this to be the champion, if you're not going to maximize your dollars, I mean, you're just going to jump in there and fight for whatever they give you and just continue to fight and lose, then, I mean, your legacy still going to have a whole lot of losses. And it's going to say every time he fought an elite fighter, he lost. And that's exactly how they're going to break it down when they look into all these comparisons. So I'm not going to get deep into that, but look, good fight. And we'll see what happens next for Joseph Parker. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch y'all on the next video.